Hi guys, welcome to the youth only video. My name's Gemma and we are carrying on our series called The Stories Jesus Told. This week we are looking at the parable of the shrewd manager. It's in Luke 16. So the first thing you need to do is either read the parable in your Bible or go and watch the video of somebody reading the parable for you. Now, this parable is all about a rich man who has a manager looking after his money, but the manager is dishonest and is wasting the man's money. So the rich man tells the manager that he's going to be fired. He's lost his job. And in order to make sure that he has some friends and that he won't end up homeless when he loses his job, the manager meets with each person who owes the rich man money and he reduces their debts. He lets them off some of their debt. The manager was unethical and he was immoral. He conned the rich man out of a fortune. He was just giving his money away. The rich man had trusted the manager with his money, and the manager had broken his trust. And as I read this story, I expected the rich man to be even more angry when he found out what the manager had done with his debts. But he isn't. The rich man actually commends and admires the manager's clever forward thinking. And at the end of the parable, Jesus makes the point that the children of this world, that's people who don't know him, they are more focused and put more energy into preparing for their short future on earth than the children of the light, that's believers, do in preparing for their eternal future in heaven. Jesus is challenging us as believers to use what we have on earth to invest in eternity, to invest in people's eternal futures. So there are three things that we can learn from the parable of the shrewd manager. Number one, money should be used generously for good. We should use it to help people meet Jesus for themselves. Invest our resources in things that have eternal value. Number two, everything that we have belongs to God. It's all a gift from God, so we should use what we have to bring him glory. And number three, we need to make sure that God has first place in our hearts, not our possessions, our stuff. When God is first in our hearts, then we want to use the resources and the material things that he's given us for his good. So there are three things. Money should be used generously for good. Everything we have belongs to God. It's all a gift, so we should use it for his glory. And we need to make sure God has first place in our hearts. So Real Life Youth, your challenge for this week is to use something that God has blessed you with, so your resources or your devices, to help yourself or another person get to know Jesus better. So you could listen to something, watch something, read something, make something that glorifies him, and then send it to someone else to help them get to know Jesus more too.